that you're faced with this decision that you could find this dog to be vicious, put down, vicious and not put down, or not vicious. I think those are, if I correctly read the orders, that's sort of the choice that you have. We have information from the Center for Disease Control that rabies in a dog can be dormant for up to 6 months and in a human being for up to a year. The state laws and from the state on down, the laws are a bit of a tangled mess. And I don't envy what you're having to wrestle through. But from Kendra's point of view, the difficulty is, we need to know for her health what's going on. Dog living in the country, that's what we're looking at. No rabies shots. This sort of situation might be a whole lot different, but for the situation.
One of the things too, if it had had a rabies shot in the past year, it's very possible that they could take a blood sample from that dog. And just so happened that was in the stinking paper this weekend.
Yeah.
But the dog now, according to what they have said, has not had a rabies shot. But it's also the situation that in order for a person to receive rabies from an animal, the animal has to be whether in an active state or have an active state of rabies. And I think that's a possibility. I mean, that's a fact as far as what the doctor has said. Anyway, anything else? Anything else?
And the statement I'd like to read on behalf of the family and the victim.
Okay, so it'll be on the record.
Yeah.
Can I have a copy? Do you have that written?
Tonight, is this one? This is what I have right now.
Right.
I don't have another copy.
Okay.
I can provide a copy to you.
You can deliver that copy to me on tomorrow morning. And okay, one other, well, go ahead.
What the family would like to tell you about it's what's happened to them that is perhaps not in the Salem police report since the dog did attack by and drug Campbell some 4 feet. First, the family wanted to express that they certainly have never been in any sort of control of the disposition or fate of this dog. On the day the dog attacked, bit, and drug Campbell, the Sanders family told us on the evening of the dog attack that we need not worry because he was going. He was not going to have a dog that bites. He also told us that he was sure the dog had had its rabies shots. However, later the night he called and informed us that he could not put the dog down and that the dog had not had its rabies shots. We were told on the night of the dog attack on June 22nd, 2012, that the dog did not have its required rabies shots. Yet, according to the Salem Police report on June 27, 2012, the Salem Police had to contact Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center to retrieve the needed shot records. This was 5 days after the dog attacked bit and drug Kendall. The same day was the first time we had seen a Salem policeman since the day of the dog attack. On that day, they took a statement from us. Again, 5 days after the dog attack bit had occurred. At that time, and since that time, our only concern was the well-being of our daughter Kendall, not the dog or the dog owner. So be honest about that. We researched rabies and found that the fastest way to know if this dog had given Kendall rabies was to put the dog down and send the dog's brain off to be examined. However, the dog owners refused to have that done. We then went to our local doctor to see what could be done. That was when we learned that they would not just give Kendall the shots needed to save her life if this dog did have rabies. We learned that the shots needed to save her life were very painful and could in fact cause her to die. And the adverse effects of giving the shots, not knowing if the dog had rabies or not, are horrendous. We also learned that these shots needed to save Kendall's life should the dog have rabies, had to be given within 14 days of the dog bite. This information put us into a panic, and to be honest, we wanted the dog put down immediately and tests run for rabies virus. Because as far as we knew, this dog may have never had a rabies shot, and to this day, until recently, we don't know if this dog has had any rabies shots. We now know the dog has never had any shots. We had no say as to the disposition or fate of this dog. This dog was taken to the animal shelter to spend 10 days to be observed for signs of rabies. That was the longest 10 days of our life. You see, not once did anyone from the shelter or police department come by and tell us about the dog, and any information we received, we got on our own. And to make matters worse, we found out that the animal shelter would be looking for signs of rabies, not a veterinarian. This made no sense to us. We are dealing with the life of our daughter Kendall, and we believe that a professional should be watching this dog, but there was nothing we could do but wait. We made it the required 10 days, and we received the information that on July 2nd, 2012, at about 7:30 a.m., according to the Salem Police Department, the Salem City Attorney, using the city ordinance as a guide, that the dog was deemed vicious and should be humanly euthanized. That was the 10th day, and our only thought at that time was now we could finally have the dog tested for rabies, and hope the testing could be done before the 14-day time period was up, since it takes 72 hours for the test results. We were also informed on that day that the rabies test cost $350, and the dog owner was not willing to pay for it. We of course would pay for the test. We offered to pay for the test. Then on July 3rd, 2012, the 11th day, we were informed by the Salem City Police that the dog owners had the right to, and they chose to have an administrative hearing. On June 27th, 2012, we requested and received a copy of the Salem City ordinance that deals with dog bites, and we received a copy of it, and after reviewing this ordinance and seeing nothing about an administrative hearing, we went to the Salem City Hall and requested a copy of this ordinance. We did not receive it until our second trip to get the rest of the dog ordinance. After reviewing the ordinance and finding the Salem City Mayor could have up to 30 days to call this hearing, that ended our hopes of having this dog tested for rabies in the time period required. So we're at this hearing, and this is determined that we understand that this is to determine the disposition of the dog owned by Patrick Sanders. We understand that we have other recourses in a court of law, and that may be something that we choose to proceed with. In closing, the family wants you to know that if you need to know what happened to our 7-year-old daughter Kendall, just read the Salem Police report, and if you need to be reminded the Salem City ordinance dealing with this dog attack and bite, just look at section 5-15, number 2C. Any dog which without provocation attacks or bites or has attacked or bitten a human being or domestic animal, according to the Salem City ordinance, is vicious. Now, just in case someone made a statement at the hearing that would make you believe that our daughter provoked this dog into attacking her, and you believe that this issue was already investigated by the Salem Police Code Officer Jared Brown, and he told us that he could not find evidence of proof of that, and we would leave that to, of course, Officer Brown to either substantiate or refute that. that's the basics of the statement that we have to offer.
Thank you. Anything else?
Yes, we have several letters here, over 20, from the dog pound also. All the employees at the dog pound that work there stated the dog has been very loving, never once aggressive. Jerry, was the dog aggressive with you when you picked him up?
Bernie?
Can I answer that?
Yes.
No, not at all.
Not at all. He's not an aggressive dog. And another thing, we hate it for Kendall, we really do. But if you're a parent and a dog has supposedly bitten your child once, why would you let that child go back? Supervision needs to be in order here too, which isn't what we're talking about tonight. But if someone had bitten a dog had bitten my child, I sure wouldn't let that child go back over there where that supposedly vicious dog was at. You know, I hated that she got bit. But there's more to this story. You know, there's more to this story. I do have all these letters for you. A lot of them is there's one from JJ Toon, there's also one from the Welfare Society, from all the employees. Okay? And you can keep all these. You know, when you have a dog in its own yard and on a cable, what else can you do?
You can get rabies shots.
Yes, you can, but you can also keep your kids in your own
You have
yard.
to address, you have to address.
Please.
I apologize, I was out of order.
That's okay.
Here we also have another home for the dog that is in the county if permitted, out of town.
There's certain
I know, I read that.
language. Okay. I know I had 30 days to have this hearing. I've had it faster for the simple fact I wanted to get it over with. I'm going to give 10 days to get the answer that I'm going to give you on what is going to take place. Then, let's just say, I say in 30 days, or in 10 days, that dog is going to live, then they can take it to court. And then they, all during this time, it will be happening. Same situation. If at the end of that 10-day period, I say that dog is to be put down, you have the same situation where you can go to court to keep that dog living. So, you will have an answer from me within 10 days or less, and we will make a decision.
Mr. Brown, I have a question, if I may.
Can you ask me after the hearing?
Well, I can.
Okay, then you ask me after the hearing.
Okay.
I will call this hearing adjourned. Yes, now then.
All right, what I want to know, if the only witness to that bite was Lexi and her friend, who determined how far that dog drugged that child?
She wasn't the only witness. That's
Yes,
what
she
they-
was.
No, she wasn't.
There was nobody there but Lexi and that little girl. If you want to ask Lexi, ask her.
I guess Ashton Brooks.
Well,
wasn't there.
Owen, the little boy.
Turn back to this road.
Ashton did not return back to her.
Ashton was there, was Kendall, her friend, Lexi, Owen, and Doug.
Yeah, Ashton was there.
All of that.
A lot of this is just a lot of misinformation. A lot of it.
I thought we
Trust me, I don't talk to me about it, ain't gonna do it. Will, tell Will that. Pain and suffering too, I assume.
That's what you're after. That's exactly what you're after.